and will have bad times. So yeah, China's having bad times. Don't sell China.
Don't sell China.
I am not selling China.
I see.
In Japan, it was over 300. It can go much higher than 200, and it will.
As you know, it became a big news that Warren Buffett had bought a whole bunch of Japanese stocks, and other foreign investors followed suit. But you didn't do it.
Because the Bank of Japan was buying ETF, so I did too. But now I have sold it.
How about something you bought recently, Silver?
I did buy some shares in Uzbekistan a couple of weeks ago, but not much. I am looking. The problem is most stock markets in the world have gone up a lot. China's down, but even Japan. Japan went up a lot. So there are very few cheap stock markets that I know, very few cheap assets that I know these days.
As the bankruptcy of Evergrande Group shows that the Chinese economy is slowing down. Still, do you think we should not underestimate China in choosing the nations for investments?
Well, I own Chinese shares, and I am looking. I haven't bought anything recently, but let's look at America 100 years ago. America was not a great country, not a rich country 100 years ago, but we were becoming rich. But America had many times when assets went down in America. China will too. Japan, 1966, the entire Japanese financial system went bankrupt, just as Japan was about to become the most successful country in the world. So everybody, no matter what is happening, can have and will have bad times. So yeah, China's having bad times. Don't sell China.
Don't sell China.
I am not selling China.
I see. What other countries do you have in mind?
Well, I don't know in many because nearly every stock market has gone up a lot.
Yeah.
I mentioned Uzbekistan, I have bought a little bit, but I cannot find many, if any, cheap markets. Well, Russia, but I cannot buy Russia.
Oh, I see. But you used to have...
I'm American, so I cannot buy Russia. But Russia might be cheap. I have learned in history that if you buy a country at war, you usually make a lot of money. Now, I cannot buy Russia now, and I am not buying Russia. But maybe some people will find things cheap in Russia. Or Ukraine. You buy things cheap in Ukraine, too.
Ukraine is...
Ukraine has a stock market.
Oh.
But not for me. I mean, I cannot invest in Ukraine.
Oh, I see. But if you were
If I could, I would be looking at Russia and Ukraine, because I have learned if you buy in a war, especially near the end of a war, you'll probably make a lot of money.
Wow, okay. But as you know, it became a big news that Warren Buffett had bought a whole bunch of Japanese stocks.
Yeah.
And other foreign investors followed suit, But you didn't, You sold,
Well, I bought, I think you remember, I bought Japanese ETFs a while back, a few months ago. So I would not want to invest in American technology stocks now. Apple, Amazon, these stocks
IT.
go up every day. That is a bubble. (2008) was a very serious bear market.
Yeah.
Since 2008, the debt has gone up by huge amounts. So the next time it will be the worst bear market in my lifetime in America. We're overdue. If you sell too soon, you'll probably be rich someday. Everybody has to invest their own way, but I do know if you sell too soon, you will probably be okay. It's better to sell too soon than too late. Yes, I have learned that many times.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you were Japanese, or what issues or items or stocks would you never want to invest in now?
Well, I would not want to invest in American technology stocks now. Not with your money, not with my money, because American technology stocks, there are a few of them that go up every day. That is a bubble. There is a bubble in American technology stocks. So I would not buy any American technology stocks now.
When you say American technology, that includes bio and everything?
Well, there are 7 or 8 American technology. Apple, Amazon, these stocks
IT.
go up every day and have been going up every day. The American stock market would be down this year, except for those seven companies. So that's a bubble.
Yeah. So
I don't like to buy bubbles.
You buy cheap and.
I hope. I try to buy cheap. Yes.
Yeah. I have several friends who are into Bitcoins or cryptocurrency, including NFTs. How about you? Do you have any Bitcoins?
No, I do not have any Bitcoin or NFTs. There are many people who trade them.
Yeah.
Many of these coins have gone to zero, disappeared already. Some people have made a lot of money, not many, but I don't see any worth, any value in these things, so I have not bought.
So do you think it is too risky to buy Bitcoins?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they're all going to go to zero someday. Eventually, not now, not this year, but eventually. So it's not for me. I don't see any value to these things.
Your current portfolio is made up of what? Is it diversified?
I have a lot of cash, US dollars, because I'm worried, I don't know when, but I'm worried that we're going to have bad times in the financial markets sometime in the next year or two.
Whoa.
Oh.
So US dollar is a sort of a safe.
I don't know if it's safe. There's no such thing as safe. The word safe you should never use with investing. But I have a lot of US dollars at the moment because I do expect some bad times to come again.
You said earlier, there's something bad might happen next year, or globally, or in the US.
It's been, I'll use America.
Yeah.
It's been 15 years since America had a big bear market. That's the longest in American history. We have never had such a long period. Today, yes, gold is near its all-time high. Silver is down 60% or more from its all-time high. So on a historic basis, silver is cheaper than gold. If I were buying today, I'm not, but if I were, I would buy silver. That is not good for the long-term value of property in Japan. Some things, yes, there will always be some that will do well. Farms will do well.
What kind of investment would you recommend for those readers?
Well,
the inflation we see now in Japan is not a good inflation, meaning that it is caused by the war in Ukraine and by the weakening of the Japanese yen against the dollar. What does weakening yen indicate from the viewpoint of investment?
Well, in my view, it is actually caused by money printing. The American government has printed huge amounts of money. Japan has printed even more. It's amazing how much the Bank of Japan has printed money. So it's not just the war in Ukraine, it's money printing, especially in America, especially in Japan, but all over the world. That's where the inflation comes from, if you ask me. Now, of course, that hurts everybody. It certainly hurts Japan. Japan has been a very high-cost place to do business in the past, but now you have inflation, which is going to make Japan less competitive and make it worse for Japanese citizens to buy goods. You import a lot of stuff, food, copper, you import a lot of stuff, so it's not good for Japan.
But how would you take advantage of this, the weakening yen, by precious metals?
Well,
in terms of the investment in this.
If you're Japanese, you need to find something that will keep its value or go up with inflation or decline in yen.